Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, to the broadcast here. I'm Breaky CPK, and you're tuning into a cast me here of what is a great Dota 2 match, and looking forward to having a lot of fun with this one. So hopefully you guys are having a good day, and I know I am, and looking forward to watching some great Dota 2 action coming at you. So as I like to start off with these cast me's here, kind of going over the lineups of each of the teams, so let's go on to that, and definitely makes for some fun pronunciations here at times. Anyways, Tag playing Pudge, pretty simple there. We Sun Otto on the Queen of Pain, the one, the only. Shazzy playing the Slark. Warlord on Jakiro. And Rebel playing the Tidehunter here on the side of the Radiant. On the other side of the Dire, we have Temped playing the Ogre Magi. Luke Skywish, clever name there, on the Warlock. And actually some interaction here to start things off. Going to box out Rebel quite a bit using that Bloodlust auto attack as Ogre Magi. Says, this is our rune, damn it. And I think they're going to be able to control this right here. Pending what the Radiant does. Pudge, he wants to make a play there. He's going to go in with that Rot, but he needs to be careful, actually. Pudge taking a lot of damage right here. That Bloodlust auto attack doing plenty. And now Warlock's in trouble. Somebody's going to fall. Who's going to fall first is the question. It looks like it's going to be Warlock, actually. Quap coming in over to assist. Pudge even lives. And now Rebel here on the Tidehunter also having to run back. Now Spiritbreaker ends up picking up the bounty rune after all of that. And there is still the one up here. So it looks like the Dire should be able to get the 3 bounty runes, but they gave up first blood for this. And now Ogre Magi, oh no, you are overstepping your boundaries, good sir. He's also gonna fall. What kind of start are we having right here? And now we have Spearbreaker. He's gonna make his way out at least. I mean, he got the rune, but he loses a couple of teammates in the process. That's unfortunate. Elifros, by the way, thank you so much for the resub there. Really do appreciate it. That means a lot, and thank you so much. I'm sure you're enjoying your stay right here, and you will continue to enjoy it. Anyways, back to the cast here. All right, so let's continue on to the lineup though. But already 2-0 start here for the Radiant. We got Temped Ogre Magi, Luke Skywish on a Warlock, Centaur being played by Crit Magnet. See if he gets those Rift Shards here or not, or I mean Chrysalis. Did I just say that? Yeah, definitely meant Chrysalis. Gens.com on the Ember Spirit, and a Todd Wookmaster playing the Spearbreaker. I'm gonna go with that, I guess. So. That's a little unique right there of a name. Anywho, interesting setup right here from the Dire side especially, as there might have been some pressure there. Interesting trial lane. It looks like Spearbreaker is going to be the focus farm up here with Warlock and Ogre Magi support, but a farming Spearbreaker, not usually the typical. If anything, you'd expect to see more of that full roll, of course, roaming, setting up those kills from a distance with the charge ability, but not the case here. Going to be more of the solo farm. Meanwhile, middle lane. Oh, that came out just a little bit too late. Ember Spirit go for the kill on a Quap. He used the Searing Chains, though, just a little bit too late. I don't know if they were on cooldown or whatnot, but he tried to wait to the last second, and unfortunately, Quap blinks away before he can catch him. But some back and forth battle going on in that middle lane. At the bottom lane, Jakiro going to be babysitting the Slark down here, going up against the Centaur, so able to harass him quite a bit. But Centaur, beefy hero himself, does have that return you have to be careful against, of course. And it seems like overall he should have maybe a decent time at this top lane despite that. But Shazzy on Slark should no doubt be getting some pretty good farm in the long run here. Pudge, by the way, he's been roaming around a bit. Of course, he was a part of that initial chaos that happened. He got the 2 assists, actually. Quap actually got both of those kills herself. Man, that's really must give Quap such a big advantage here in this middle lane. But I gotta say, Ember Spirit has a slight lead when it comes to his CS here. Of course, net worth slight advantage for Quap, understandably. But I think Ember Spirit overall not doing too shabby. Quap does have her early bottle and another 400 gold saved up, so actually a decent start. Again, for the Queen of Pain right there. Ogre Magi, he's going to roam around. He's going to be picking up the bounty rune that's still here, actually. It's 3 minutes now. So it's there for a good minute. Nobody picking it up.
But at what cost?
Instead, sticking in the lane.
And have a happy Valentine's.
Actually does have that headdress with him, working towards the eventual mech, of course. But has some nice region. Pretty difficult to kill. You know, you got that Kraken shell, of course. So that mitigation with the region that he has. Not going to be the easiest to kill between the Ogre and the Warlock. And the Spearbreaker right here, pending some crazy 17% crits coming out, or excuse me, stuns coming out from the Spearbreaker. Middle lane hook attempt. That's going to be a swing and a miss. And Ember Spirit, he's going to be fine. Happy Valentine's Day, Elofros, excuse me. Yeah, sorry guys, notifications don't show up while I'm doing these cast me's here. Bottom lane, by the way, Centaur's gonna go down. Slark able to get the pound slash. You look how low everyone was, Jakiro and Slark, but they get the kill on the Centaur first. And they successfully accomplish. So lucky Jakiro comes out. I don't know if that was so lucky as much as you just not doing the math there. You gotta put your Moomiander hat on and sing Neva Eva. And you gotta do the math. Unfortunately, I think Centaur just came up a little bit short right there. So, but yeah, notifications, guys, for donations and stuff don't show up while I'm doing these cast me's here. I have that deactivated on the stream, so I do apologize if you do any of that, and it doesn't show up, but I am recognizing it as I look over there. So again, I appreciate the $5 donation right there during the broadcast. Anywho, middle lane. How's this continuing to shape up? Looks like, let's take a look at the CS again. 20-3 Ember Spirit versus an 18-1 Queen of Pain. So pretty back and forth coming out. Between these two heroes, but Pudgy's making it a little more difficult now. As Ember Spirit having to realize that he's nearby and going to play a little more passive as a result. No bounty rune here, unfortunately. I think Centaur might have grabbed that earlier, so we'll have to walk on back to that middle with no bottle charges and 6-minute rune. We'll see if he's able to make a play on that, though. Meanwhile, Ogre Magi once again feeling pretty ambitious here as far as what he wants to do. Gonna throw out that ignite, but he's being chased down as the rock comes out, that is. Over here comes the charging Spear Breaker. Look at the turn kill onto the Tidehunter. He is low. Bloodlust goes up and gets 117%, and that's all he needs to secure the kill right there onto the Tidehunter. So well played. And the first kill of the game in favor of the Dire, coming out with some aggressive play. And that's going to be some nice synergy, actually. The Bloodlust being applied to the Spear Breaker really allow for more of that 17% chance to be happening. But look at this response here at the top lane. Queen of Pain, he's coming up here. I mean, he was seen coming up here, though. He's not really blinking aggressively. Doesn't have the most mana either currently. Does not have any bottle charges. This could get a little crazy. Gush comes out, stun on a Pudge. Out comes the Q, though, from Quap. That Shadow Strike, and that is an easy kill on a Warlock. So, Queen of Pain playing it. Oh, there's a bad camera angle right there. There's a hook back on Ogre Magi. But he'll be fine again. Beefy support himself. And he's not going to let that face him too much. So, ends up being the kill on a Warlock. But, I mean, that's a Queen of Pain roaming in and spending a bit of time to do so. Still worth it for her, but in the meantime, you'd figure Ember Spirit managing to get even bigger and better farm. And speaking of that, he runs to the top lane and sets up the kill onto the Pudge, actually. So, yeah, Ember Spirit all of a sudden, yeah, looking too shabby. 1,400 gold saved up. I wonder what he's going to be going for. I mean, obviously the very routine build lately has been that Villa Discord initially, and then kind of amplifying off of that magic damage from there. Things like the Maelstrom, of course, and going from there. The bots even. Oh, that was a misclick from Queen of Pain. She used the Scream of Pain way back here. Unfortunately, not in position near anyone or creep, so no farm coming out of him. Meanwhile, the top shrine, it's bad to fight around a shrine, and I think the Dire side is going to regret this decision to fall big hook onto the Spear Breaker. And Warlock also taking some good damage. They're not doing enough for the return Spear Breaker. It's just a matter of time. The heal coming out, though, going to be bloodlusted. And actually trying to help keep him alive right here. He's somehow still alive. Finally goes down. The Liquid Fire proving to be too much from Jakiro. And now Temped. He's unfortunately a little bit too much in no man's land right here. He will be able to take out Jakiro, but at what cost for him? It looks like not much, actually. No mana left on Pudge or Tidehunter, and so the man-up decision from Ogre Magi ends up paying off, and they get at least the one turn kill onto the Jakiro right there, so not too shabby. As far as the turn coming out in favor of the Dire side, we're now looking at a 5-3 lead here. Currently for the Radiant, that is, but again, looking at Ember Spirit, yes, he is going to be going the Villa Discord, so I was a little curious there when he was sitting on 1,500 gold if he was going to do something pretty crazy, but no, going pretty routine. Temped, meanwhile, bottom lane, throws out the stun. Got initially caught by the Ice Path here of Jakiro, but Ravel overstepping the boundaries perhaps. Spear Breaker charging in level 4. No stun just yet other than the initial charge in. The Ice Path's going to miss right there. However, Pudge finds Ogre Magi. And now Jakiro go back, and it's just back and forth, back and forth. Warlock, he's currently out of mana. Really can't do much. Ignite going to be used. Ogre Magi really doing a good job of surviving. Queen of Pain, though, will be able to chase down Warlock. and eventually secure the kill onto him. And now Ogre Magi, is he actually going to be able to escape out of this? I don't think so. Oh, maybe. Did Quap really not see him? Oh, man, the hasted Quap looking for the Ogre is not going to find him, actually. Oh, my gosh. He does not have enough mana for a TP just yet. He has Arcane Boots coming up in 5 seconds, though. I wouldn't be surprised if he uses that and then TPs out right here just to be safe and get some regen on. But, no, he's going to hang around, actually, for the time being. Seen about maybe set something up, but, you know, with Quap still being here, this could be pretty dangerous if they try to make a play. They're going to go for it. Ignite comes out, the charge activated, and Warlock being here applies the Shadow Word. So Jakiro actually taking some good damage, and this should be a kill, actually. Fatal Bond's even using. Yeah, that is an easy kill in the end, but now Spirit Breaker. He needs to fall back. That he will. Bloodlust is not going to save him, though. And down he goes. Upheaval activated by Warlock, but, of course, the downside of that ability is that you're standing there channeling in the midst of them. And this Quap, all of a sudden on a mega kill streak, 2,200 gold saved up. This is where I would love to see an early Orchid, honestly, on this Queen of Pain. I mean, just really amp this start that you're having if you're Queen of Pain. Really get that momentum, that snowball effect going. Getting an earlier on Orchid can be absolutely huge in terms of controlling. And, you know, great against a hero like an Ember Spirit on the other side. So we'll see what Quap decides. Ooh, he buys a point booster. So maybe instead going to be going the early Ags, which... I mean, Ags on Quap is very good, don't get me wrong, but, I mean, really a first item Ags seems a little unnecessary. I think you'd rather just get the, you know, I want to be able to kill you without my ultimate earlier on in the game, is to definitely have the ability to do so, such as that Orchid, or even the Veil. But the Ags is more of a great team fight presence, but right now you're more about the solo pick, I would think. It will be good for the individual ganks, though, to be fair, so not to take too much away from it. As far as the damage and the lesser cooldown, which I believe it does, if I'm not mistaken. So, anyways, that's what it looks like she's going for. She also has the Ogre Club now, so making use of the farm in that way. As she comes back to the top lane, actually. Middle lane has pretty much been disbanded, apparently, by both teams, even for the time being. Ember Spirit is making his way back there. He does have the Veil, of course, as we see. Ogre, meanwhile, running it up. Slark, yeah, we haven't really talked too much about Slark recently. Oh, but they're going to stampede in. Out comes a Fire Blast, and here comes a Double Edge. And that's a dead Slark. Yeah, Hoof Stomp, a little unnecessary right there from Centaur, but he obviously wanted to make sure kill that Slark. So, gets the job done. But yeah, that Double Edge, it is a lot of damage, especially at level 4. So, he should have been pretty confident that that was going to be the kill in the end, as it easily was with the life full of Slark at that point. But he gets the kill, and now looking back at Centaur, actually, he's overall not doing too shabby, especially after that kill. Looks like he is building somewhat tanky here. Going to be getting that the Veil here to go with the early Tranquil Boots. So we'll see if he goes for a full-on pipe. Honestly, it feels like it'd be pretty good this game. You do got that Queen of Pain off to a great start. And pretty much everyone is dealing a fair amount of magic damage. As that, oh, Ember Spirit, he's going to make a play on the Illusion Rune. He gets there first, Queen of Pain. Choosing not to really contest too much for it at Half-Life, so want to be safe. Yeah, look at one of those Double Edges. Does basically a little bit more than a third of his life right there. Almost half even onto the Slark, so a lot of damage. Gonna use it again. Hoof Stomp comes out, and he may go for the kill right here. Dark Pact ticking down Jazzy. He needs to be careful. Pops a Shadow Dance, and he will survive. You do see Warlord, meanwhile. He put down that Macro Pyre, but even with the Liquid Fire, I think Centaur, he'll end up surviving. As he's going to walk it off. The rotation from Pudge, not going to get here in time. Going to get a nice vision down, though, behind the tower. We'll see Warlock in. He can hook him pretty easily, I feel like. Yeah, Ice Path, there's easy hook. Actually, right in between the creeper right there. That was well played. Stampede to try to help get him away. And that will be enough. How about that? Great defensive use of the Stampede right there. Just save your Warlock. I mean, it's a decent cooldown to use just to save your Warlock, but at the same time, keeping it alive. Allowing it to help reset in this fight as Gens.com comes in now. On the Ember Spirit, they're looking for a turret. Hoof Stomp is going to whiff right there, unfortunately. They got the one on a Pudge. And now you see the Fatal Bond splitting some good damage. Shazzy going toe-to-toe with the Ember Spirit. They're not assisting him. Down goes Ember Spirit. And they may still get Slark. Yes, they will. But Ember Spirit may be a little bit frustrated with his teammates right there. They got a little distracted as they were trying to maybe chase down the Jakiro instead rather than help him finish off the Slark. Ended up being kind of a little bit awkward right there, but oh yeah, that's right, there's still a Spirit Breaker. The Nether Strike will secure Jakiro. as he makes his way down here. So well played in the end. And he gets it. The Echo Saber, by the way, in the works for the Spirit Breaker. Again, this is technically a one-position Spirit Breaker, which is pretty damn rare. But excited to see how he builds and how he continues to do. But, of course, an Echo Saber could potentially be a pretty solid item. Dire side, though, they do have the Ember Spirit to be kind of their late-game presence for sure, where the other 4 are more of a, we're going to get kills for you throughout this earlier to mid-game. And then let you take over the mid-game, so kind of that 4-1 strategy being ran right here. Pretty similar on the other side, I feel like, too, although the couple of cores, you know, you do got Quap that obviously scales pretty well as the game picks up, ideally. And then Slark, of course, doing his thing. Working on that Shadow Blade, just about having it now. At this point right here. Top lane, Ember Spirit's going in. He did pop the Veil. Taking some nice amp damage. Here comes a charge actually from Spirit Breaker. Not going to get here in time, though. And Quap will be able to TP away. Searing Chains once again not in time.
Dire's bottom tower is under attack.
And manages to escape. So that Ags is just about finished from Quap now. About 600 gold or so. And then she will have it, but again, especially when she gets that Ags, gonna really need to make sure to use that Sonic Wave pretty much ASAP and from then on, or else it almost makes it unnecessary in my opinion. So we'll see how he continues to progress in what's overall been a very good game for this Queen of Pain. 5-0-1 now. And making his way to the middle lane, actually. Rebel here on Tidehunter does have a Ravage ready to go. I feel like they could kill the Spirit Breaker if they wanted to. Double ulti combo. Yeah, there's a Ravage. It actually caught Warlock out to the side as well. Sonic Wave gonna guarantee it as expected. Out comes the Warlock Golem though, but not nearly enough return damage. So they're gonna be fine. In fact, Slark now running with a Shadow Blade. Oh, and they're gonna be jumping this Luke Skywish, no doubt. Down goes Warlock. Ogre Magi. He's gonna try for some immediate revenge, but now he's by himself, so kind of going to 1 by 1. Have to be really careful with that. And actually, Ogre Magi gonna be fine, looking to set up some turn kill even on a Quap, and they finally kill Quap. They stop the streak. And Warlock actually with the Warlock Golem getting the benefit of the gold right there. And you look at this, even Bloodlust, the Warlock Golem helping to chase down Tidehunter actually. He may burn, baby burn. He is gonna fall. Down goes Ogre Magi. A double kill for Warlock as he's not even here. His Golem is doing all the work actually. So not too shabby a fight in the end for the Dire side, and we're not done just yet apparently. Spirit Breaker still charging back in, going to be caught by that Ice Path initially. And that will allow Jakiro to actually escape there. Jakiro passing up the dual breath, interesting with that. Wanted to max out that Ice Path first for the maximum crowd control. Ember Spirit, very close use of those remnants, kind of misclicking right there, and now they're diving way too much. Warlock going to be turned on. As the leash comes out, there's the Gush to finish off Spirit Breaker. And the Stampede finally going to be used defensively to help keep them alive. Man, if he had that earlier, he probably should have been looking to use that. But he didn't get it off earlier. Does save the last two. As Centaur is continuing to push the bottom lane. Centaur choosing not to get a Blink Dagger, by the way. I like the Hooded Defiance picked up first, but I feel like the Blink Dagger follow-up maybe would be the better choice rather than getting in. I assume this is going to be a Vanguard here. Or he has enough gold for that, actually, so maybe he's going to go like, we'll see. Anyways, pops the Hooded Defiance right here as he gets hooked right in. Not the prime target, though, and the easy turret kill on a punch as a result. You do see Crit Magnet on that Centaur. He's getting low, but another Warlock Golem coming out. It feels like we just saw this thing not only a minute ago or so, but it is back, baby. And now Rebel on Tidehunter, he's trapped in, doesn't have a Ravage coming up just yet. He is going to be charged, and you know Spirit Breaker's going all the way, man. He's going all the way for this Tidehunter. No, he is going to fall back. Yeah, probably the better decision as he got pretty, was getting pretty low right there. Ogre Magi, wow, he got low. Pushing this middle tower. But yeah, Spirit Breaker didn't want to go a little too crazy. Understandably, he decides to fall back. He's still trying to finish that Echo Saber, but this should no doubt help it. There's the Quap, though, finishing the axe. So all of a sudden, it's a 40-second cooldown on that ultimate from 135 to 40. I mean, that is pretty damn insane. And then on top of that, a little bit more damage. So, but yeah, need to really be sure to be very active with that Sonic Wave, especially with it only being a 40-second cooldown. IMO at least. So, again, we'll keep an eye on Queen of Pain, how she does. But Ember Spirit actually overall right now is the top farm in the game. Did get those bots as a follow-up here to go with the Veil of Discord. They're going to find an illusion. Not going to use too much, though. Good decision by Pudge to not go all out. Although Dismember is a pretty short cooldown. Yeah, only 30 seconds. Okay, he did end up finishing the Vanguard. He was just pulling up a lot of gold for some reason. But Vanguard is choice. Now he has to get the Blink Dagger, though. They're really lacking on the initiation. I mean, kind of. I guess they do have Warlock with the Golem, but either the setup for that or a follow-up to that with the Blink Dagger on Centaur feels like it'd be pretty strong, honestly. So, yeah, we'll see if they that's what he decides or has other thoughts. As Tide Hunter, he's wrapping around. Oh, you know, he's setting up for a Ravage. He's going to be seen, though. So not being as sneaky as maybe he hoped for. And now we have them going for the turn. The host stomp will connect. Hunter, can he get the Ravage off? You know he's going to use it. He uses it eventually. Ember Spirit did a good job of dodging, though. As out comes a Sonic Wave from Quaffin. It's only on the one target. However, Spirit Breaker charges in. He goes down. Centaur now, he's caught in the background as he's hooked onto that leash. He will fall, too. The Fatal Bond trying to split some good damage. Maybe finish off Jakiro, at least as they do, but Warlock goes down as well. And this is working out beautifully for the Radiant side so far. In fact, Temped here on the Ogre Magi. He also goes down a double kill for Shazzy, playing that Slark. And Ember Spirit, the sole survivor in the long run. So even with them knowing that he was going to be using that Ravage and them getting the jump initially, they still could not win that fight. In fact, they got dominated in a 4-for-1 exchange right there. And now we see the Radiant is going to be making a push here at the bottom lane to take out this second tower of this game in their favor. So Slark, all of a sudden, Echo Saber for him is basically has actually been finished to go with the Shadow Blade. So
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
He's continuing to scale pretty well. There's the Echo Saber, at least finished on Spear Breaker. And it does look like Maelstrom is coming in next for Ember Spirit, so he is going a pretty traditional build right here as of late. Yule Scepter finished on Ogre Magi. Nice item to see there. Yeah, Queen of Pain, though, level 12 now as well. I guess she was level 12 going into that fight. I do remember seeing that now, so. Speaking of talent trees, taking a look at that. She went the plus 20 damage talent. With Slarko, the 10% lifesteal, so definitely a little bit more impact for the later game especially, rather than that 15 damage. Tide Hunter, 50 damage. Wow, that's a talent for him. Jeez. 50 damage at level 10 right there. It's not going to be hitting a little bit harder and giving him also a little bit more farm potential on top of that. Seems like teams are both pretty content at this point now to kind of reset and do their own farm thing once again. See the net worth, it's been a little bit of a roller coaster at the advantages early on for the Radiant side. Dipped quite a bit in favor of the Dire, almost 3,000 or so in that range, and it's gone kind of leveled up back about 1,000 lead for the Dire, but look at that experience too though. The Radiant really starting to excel now with the experience there. Yeah, that bottom fight is obviously what kind of made that turn happen in their favor. As top lane, this is an Invis rune on Pudge. A dangerous rune to have if you're the other side. He sees a couple of targets. Gonna go for the lockdown on Spearbreaker, I would think. They could probably kill him here. Yeah, just open up with the Dismember. There's the Gush. There's the Dismember. And Anchor Smash. Anchor Smash. Anchor Smash. He's gonna pop the Ravage. Why is he not using Anchor Smash? Okay. Well, they get the kill anyways. That's what matters. So good kill on a Spirit Breaker right there. I think the Ravage is worth it. He's obviously, you know, really, again, technically playing the one position even as that core here. So using that hefty cooldown to secure that kill. Yes, he definitely could have had support coming in. This bottom lane, Slark, he's going to open right here. Now, Ogre is nearby, but more support is coming for the Slark. So get the nice multi-cast onto him. He does have a Shadow Dance. Oh, the Sonic Wave just out of range of the Ember Spirit meanwhile. So Queen of Pain again. Not the longest cooldown, only 40 seconds, but swing and a miss right there. And Ember Spirit just going to walk it off. That Maelstrom just around the corner now for him. Blink Dagger is finished on Centaur, by the way. And he's going to port to the bottom lane. Where did he just go? Yeah, he came down here with them because definitely a fight is about to break out right here. Gush activated on Ember Spirit. Out comes the fail, though they catch Queen of Pain. She does have another Sonic Wave coming up, but the burst damage is real. Ember Spirit especially doing so much damage. Punch in the back is picked off, and Spear Breaker gets a 17% proc on a Tidehunter, and the final auto attack to finish him off right now at 3-for-0 exchange. And Slark is also in some trouble. Macropyre going down with the Ice Path, not really catching anybody though. And Slark, he's kind of on his own right now. Another fail ready to go. Shazzy trying to make the escape. Jukin and jiving. No Shadow Dance ready. Shadow Blade in 1 second, but the stun, the Fire Blast. Oh, the final auto attack, not enough though. And now Slark will have that regen kick in. Man, 1 auto attack away. No vision on the side of the Dire. They are lacking that right now. And that allows Slark to get away. You see he puts down the Centaur finally, but getting there way too late to secure that kill on a Slark. Nice hook, by the way, to Ogre. And just when he thought he was going to walk away and be fine, Ogre's like, get over here, Scorpion style. And brings him back in to finish him off. So ends up being in favor, well, I mean, at least a decent kill at the end there for the Radiant side, but still in favor, of course, of the Dire, that is. You see overall what happened, but of course they almost had Slark. And speaking of that, as I'm looking at the fiery cap, Slark gets picked up over here. What is he even doing over here is beyond me. I mean, he had to know that they were falling back and retreating and going to be in that area, if anything. He just got extra greedy, though, as Slark players maybe tend to. And he ends up going down. Not exactly sure how that happened, but obviously they had the lockdown enough for the kill. So much for not getting Slark in the end. They do end up getting him. Tidehunter has finished the Guardian Greaves, but meanwhile Spearbreaker's now made its way to the top lane, and Spearbreaker not really progressing as much as I would have thought. Yeah, he is third on his team, on his 6th overall in this game, so even despite being in a tri-lane and having the priority farm, he is really not managing the best farm. In fact, Ogre Magi has slightly gotten ahead of him, so I mean, this I think is kind of one of the reasons we do not see a Spearbreaker in the 1 position, though. He's not the greatest at individual farming, and on top of that, he's really just, it really should be coming off of getting kills, right? Where that's where his farm should be coming from, if anything. So he's 2-6-6 this game. So yeah, dying 6 times has not really helped that cause. Bottom lane, they want this tower kill. They're going to go for it. In fact, hoofs on the back on Jakiro. Double edge, and there's the sleight of fish to finish him off. Hook though on a Warlock. Has a Warlock Golem. Can he get it off in time? No, he cannot. Ravage follow up now. And it's looking good so far for the Radiant, but Ogre Magi running in. Stampede going to be activated. You see Queen of Pain being locked down by the Ogre. Meanwhile, over here, they do catch Pudge. They're going to finish him off. That Crimson Guard, by the way, on Centaur, doing a bit of mitigation, so nice pickup from him there to go with that Hooded Defiance, and Rebel's going to be picked up on Tidehunter. Queen of Pain off to the side. She needs to blink away. As she does right there, but Ember Spirit's even thinking about chasing. Sleight of Fist maybe. No, the Searing Chains catches Slark, but not the target that he wanted. As Slark uses a pretty early Shadow Dance, actually, and now that's putting him in a dangerous spot. Shadow Blade in 1 second. He is being charged, though, and he's dead. He's dead for 50 seconds. No buyback. What on earth just happened right there? In favor of the Dire side. They just kept going and going. Slark hanging around way too long in the end, and now they're going to lose this bottom tower on top of that. And you know, you also look at Queen of Pain. This is a Queen of Pain that had a very early Ags, yet her farm isn't necessarily speaking that. Only 7,700 net worth. She's 4th in the game right now. I feel like she's maybe getting a little too caught up in trying to be around when fights take place rather than just farming. And I've noticed that she hasn't been using her blink as often. She's been running to a lot of places. As a Queen of Pain, you have to use that blink very aggressively. Like, she should be using it right here to move out to the lane. You know, that's what helps make the hero so great, is the mobility on the map to even just farm with, let alone chase people or get away from others. So definitely a mistake, I feel like, from the Queen of Pain. Something we'd like to think about if he ends up watching this maybe for the next time. Probably not, let's be honest. Anyway, Silver Edge, though, finished on Slark. So a good item to have there, but now he wants to work towards that BKB, which, of course, will be useful, but it's going to be a little bit off here. So won't be able to have it for a while. We'll see if the dire side can capitalize before he's able to pick that up. Ember Spirit, no, Mjolnir is now going to be next in line as the hook kind of tickles the butt a little bit right there, but not close enough to actually hit him. Ogre Magi in 8th lens and actually building a new axe himself, or at least that's what he had queued up right now. Axe on Ogre, pretty interesting. Does give him that second Fire Blast, essentially. That requires a fair amount of mana, but is always castable. So some more lockdown, which I don't know if that's 100% necessary, but it's never a bad thing either. Ogre, uh-oh. Would like more lockdown here as it kind of runs into a bit of a trap. He's going to dodge the hook at least. Well played right there by Temped. And caught by the ice path, but it doesn't matter. Maybe Pudge would have been better off waiting for that ice path to land first. But again, a nice dodge right there. Meanwhile, Slark nearby too. Has another fight possibly brewing right here. Centaur does finish the full pipe, by the way, to go with that Crimson Guard as we were talking about. And there's a Mjolnir finish onto Ember Spirit, meanwhile. Oh, Temped overstepping boundaries perhaps right here. Ogre Magi in the background. The Ravage comes out, hits multiple heroes. Nice hook on the side of the Ember Spirit, but he immediately uses the Remnant, goes back in. And out comes the Warlock Golem. Jakiro's picked off. Sonic Wave in the background hits a couple, but it's not enough. He goes down. It was enough to kill Ember Spirit, actually. And the Ogre Magi did fall, so maybe it was more than I thought. Double kill for either side. Pudge, though, Dismember, keeping himself alive, if anything. Not going to be enough in the long run, though. He will, too, go down. Warlock, he's dealing with the Sark over here. Sark overstaying his time, though, and gets the Kona Warlock, but at what cost? He goes down. Double kill for Spirit Breaker. And now tied under the Soul Survivor. Another charge for Spirit Breaker in 1 second, but... Oh, yeah, he's going to go in, actually. There's the hoof stomp. Charge activated. And that is a kill for sure. Triple kill for Spirit Breaker. And they're going to push the secondary tower on top of that. So some way, somehow, that win in favor of the dire side. And then they get the secondary on top of that. And now look at this net worth lead. It is starting to jump up there quite a bit. Spirit Breaker, now the Yasha finished. Looking to finish the Sage for the SNY in full. Centaur, another 3,300 gold. Okay, he's going to buy a Reaver. I was going to say an Axe himself actually wouldn't be a bad option right here. Axe on Centaur is pretty powerful. You cannot underestimate it. The idea that it mitigates, what is it, 40%? 60% even. 60% damage reduction and allows you to run over cliffs and whatnot as the team. So with all these team fights coming out, I feel like the Axe actually could be pretty damn big onto Centaur. But it's going to be going the more the heart, more the individual build himself, which, again, I'm not a huge fan of. I would rather see more of the team idea, but to each their own. It will provide a little bit more damage as well, which is nice. See Warlock right there with the Yule Scepter himself. So these supports actually on the side of the Dire have managed to farm pretty well. Well, both sides actually not too bad. Yeah, Pudge and Jakiro on the other side. His own Yule's on Jakiro, in fact. Oh, that's interesting. He sees him throwing down some wards right there, so we'll see if he manages to counter them or not.
I'll take that.
And now it's time for the... Oh, well, actually, Ember Spirit's now it's time to get away. First things first. As he does right there. But now it's time for the Octarine Core, that's what I was going to say, being queued up here by the Ember Spirit, so... a little bit away, but that's of course what really makes him so difficult to kill, and that with the Flame Guard up and cooldown reduction on top of that for the Searing Chain spam. Very, very good combo. Tidehunter did eventually get the Blink Dagger. I actually chose to get the full Guardian Greaves first. I think that might have been a slight mistake too. That Blink Dagger positioning on the Ravage is usually so key in fights, and could have definitely used that in these earlier fights, but at least he has it now. Meanwhile, Roshan being attempted by the supports. Kind of need the cores here. Spirit Breaker, Ember Spirit. Anyone want to be here? Not the quickest killing duo. A little curious as to why they're not going over there and helping the team out, but slowly dwindling away. At the Roshan. Looks like Spirit Breaker is finally realizing what's going on. He's going to head over here as his Ember Spirit, so yeah, it took them long enough, but the support's making the statement that, damn it, we need to do Roshan. We'll do it ourselves if you don't want to. And they're going to get it. Probably give this to Ember Spirit, I'm sure.
Roshan has fallen to the Dire.
As, yeah, he picks it up there. Another 3,100 gold save job. So, again, that Octarine Core, well in the works. BKB in the works for Spirit Breaker, meanwhile. Next in line for him. You look at the build here on Centaur. Mana regen and a magic resist into 15 strength. So, he is definitely adding up in the strength here. And there's the Heart of Tarask. Officially finished onto the Centaur War Runner. Now Queen of Pain is going to be going for Orchid. Ugh, I feel like she did this backwards. Orchid earlier on could have really allowed for that aggressive kind of control lockdown play and individual kills left and right, and then the Axe follow up for the later on inevitable team fights. But yeah, went the Axe first. I'm not saying again it wasn't useful by any means. Definitely had its purpose, but still feel like the Orchid first may have been the better choice, especially if he's planning to go it anyways. But yeah, also the extra lockdown on Ember Spirit. Nice. Meanwhile, Hoofstomp initiation on Jakiro. Obviously, this is an illusion right here, so not going to be the most follow-up damage from that. But the Sonic Wave comes out. Not enough, however. Down goes Jakiro. And Queen of Pain will just blink away before she gets followed on. As there is the Orchid finish now in Queen of Pain. But the Dire side going to be knocking on the door here. And a chance for them to really break in. The Crimson Guard popped. Again, he got the Aegis on Ember Spirit. Clearly in a spot to be pushing. They do not have Ogre Magi with them. A little unfortunate there. Like to have him here too. But even without him, they're doing well. The Ravage comes out, but they killed Queen of Pain right off the bat with their initiation. Shazzy right here. On this Slark, going to be locked in initially by the Warlock Golem. He's still alive. Does pop the Shadow Dance. And it's now going for the Warlock, but the Yule Scepter will delay that. Great item for that purpose. Pops a Shrine at least. Shazzy seen alive for now, but the 17% comes out. Almost gets the kill, and a Shazzy right there initially. Another charge in, and no, the Yule Scepter to delay Spirit Breaker from securing this kill. The Hoofstomp gonna miss, and it's full survival mode right now for this Slark, but they just do not have any return damage on the side of the Radiant. Playing very defensive as a team. You do see Slark back to full life, going back in, gonna catch Ogre who finally came in. But at what cost here? Another Hoofstomp comes out. There's the Sleight of Fist. And down goes the Slark. No buyback to be had. Jakiro does. But with just Jakiro and Tidiner, good luck stopping this. Queen of Pain will be up in 5 seconds at least. I don't know if that's really going to be enough in the long run. They're going to lose these racks down here. She is back up. But of course, they're going to go right for the middle now, as they should. Queen of Pain, she does have a Sonic Wave. Almost might as well use it kind of deal. Get that Orchid up, maybe use it right after. Maybe catch the Spirit Breaker. Playing it very cautious right now. Yule Scepter, throw Centaur in the air. Hook, it actually catches Ember Spirit without any mana. There's the Sonic Wave in the back. Got a couple, looks like. Not enough for a kill, though. Ember Spirit, however, made a fall right here. But again, he has the Aegis, so he's going to be coming back up. Jakiro goes down again. That's a dieback for him. And now Tidiner, he's being ran down. The hook, nice hook on his Spirit Breaker off to the side, but now attack here on Pudge. He's hanging around a little too long because of that. And they're just going to run him down. Searing Chains catches. Not enough, though. He actually makes it back to the well. And he'll be fine. But now let's focus back on the middle racks, they say. And looking to all but end it here.
Radiant's middle barracks has fallen.
At this point now, so you see well played even coming out. Obviously not going to be conceding or anything like that, but it does feel like that the Dire in total control now, although they lose Ember Spirit right there. He has a buyback, however. Oh, another nice hook. This Pudge is landing some pretty big hooks, got to say that. That'll actually be a double kill to finish it off, so a little bit of something there for the Radiant side here. But Dire's now just going to reset, get bigger and better items. In fact, Ember Spirit, yeah, he's going to be able to finish the Octarine Core once he comes back up here in about 45 seconds. Ags on Warlock is just around the corner. Ogre Magi's Ags is basically just about done as well. Centaur could get his own Ags now if he wanted to. And it looks like he is actually, which I love. So yeah, he gets the full axe right there. And then Spirit Breaker, another 2,000 gold saved off. So all of a sudden the ags are coming out. 3 of them are going to be all of a sudden appearing here on the side of the Dire.
Worthy tribute.
And good luck dealing with all of that. I mean, the BKB finish on Slark, he did use it last fight. Still not enough to save him in the long run there, at least. There we go. There's the Octarine Core now, Ember Spirit. We get the 50% cooldown reduction, of course, as well on top of that. And then I'm sure going to get the -2 second Searing Chain cooldown to finish it off, if level 25 is even a thing. -40-second respawn time in Spirit Breaker. Damn. Why is his 40 yet? Lone Druid's is 50. Just saying. Ogre does finish that axe. It's a 40 damage talent as well. Pipe picked up on a Pudge here, trying to mitigate some damage on their own side, but it almost feels like a lost cause at this point. The Ags on Warlock, I thought he had enough for it actually, but I guess he's still just a little bit short. But there's Centaur finishing his own Ags. Again, I definitely think he could have got that earlier, instead of the heart, really, but hey, you know what? Now he has it 4,700 life. That is insane. On top of the 60% damage reduction for him and the team. And he may use it right here as they're charging in. There we go. Stampede activated. Ogre Magic gets caught initially, but the Warlock Golem comes out. Here comes a Macro Pyre on top of the Ravage, though. Pudge locking out Warlock in the background. Ember Spirit not here. The cores are not really here. The damage dealers for the Dire side, so no one's really dying just yet. But Spirit Breaker, he's charging in, catches Quav in the background, takes him out. He does have a buyback. He used it immediately. Meanwhile, Jakir, though, going to be finished off. And Pudge also taken out right there as well. So a 3-for-0 so far. Let's make it 3-for-1, actually. His Ember Spirit was up here dealing with Slark. Didn't even realize that. Ends up going down, but now Slark is going to be picked off in response. He does have his own buyback. He's going to hold on to it for the time being, but no, never mind. He'll use it right there. Pudge in the background. They do catch Centaur, but guess what? He's a pretty difficult target to kill, as you'd expect. The hoof stomp, the double edge, using it right there. The Sonic Wave of multiple here is actually a pretty big one, but here comes Ember Spirit again with his own buyback, and all of a sudden he's pissed off and ready to go. Queen of Pain gonna stay dead this time, and now Pudge dismembered just simply to live a little bit longer. Slark in the background's like, maybe I can get a kill, but they just want to finish off the game right here, get the mega creeps, and GG well plays are being called officially. So it looks like the Dire is gonna break through here and win the game in the end. Nice Macro Pyre actually with the Ice Path. Pretty good placement there. Going to pick off Spirit Breaker. We'll kind of delay this even a little bit longer. Not everyone in agreement that this game's over. Slark especially. He gets a double kill actually with that BKB pop, but now, once again, he's pretty vulnerable. No Shadow Dance. Silver Edge in 2 seconds. No, he cannot get it off. And now he's dead for 120 seconds, so I think the Ogre Magi is doing just fine, to be honest. Having that second stun now as well, pretty nice. The unrefined Fire Blast. And there we go, the Mega Creep spawn. And it's going to be official. So congratulations to the Dire side. I think Temped here on the Ogre match, I no doubt MVP. Even with the GG well played coming out. Alright, so guys, hopefully you enjoyed this Cast Me here. Had a lot of fun with it. And be sure to check out my Cast Me service at www.breakycpk.com and get all the information there. Until next time. All right. There we go.